What's up, guys? Welcome to this video here on Elvis is the Man. So, I answered the question, how much did Elvis lose to Priscilla in their divorce? Some might say, he didn't lose nothing, she deserved it. Well, comment down below and tell me what you think. So, they were separated in February 1972. Some of you know that Priscilla came to Elvis while Elvis was in Las Vegas, just as he started up his first engagement there that year, and broke it off, said that she was in a relationship with Mike Stone, and, that little story there. On October 9th, 1973, the pictures that you'll be seeing is from their divorce. That's when it was finalized. It was a 20-minute court session. They agreed to an amicable divorce. That just means, no bad blood. Let's just cut this off. Now, according to records, the agreed upon settlement called for shared custody of Lisa. Lisa, as you know, would mostly stay with Priscilla in California. She would go to school there, homeschool, this and that, while spending much more time with Elvis in the summer. Like, she'd stay with Elvis for, extended periods while spending most of her time in California. She would go to private schools, all that type of stuff, be much more structured with Priscilla, and go over to Elvis's house at Graceland in Memphis and, have a much more fun time. So Priscilla received an outright cash payment of $725,000, as well as $4,200 a month in spousal support for a year. And I do say this is a big plus. Plus $6,000 a month for 10 years. Plus $4,000 a month in child support. Now, let's add this up, because this is, a lot of numbers here and a lot of money, 4 years per month. So the spousal support at $4,200 a month for a year adds up to $50,400. Now, we have an additional $6,000 a month for 10 years. So keep in mind, they were only married for 5 years, 1968 to 1973. So the $6,000 a month for 10 years adds up to $720,000. Now, let's not forget, in a pinch this year for money, Elvis and the Colonel sold the rights to Elvis's back catalog of music. So everything from Sun Records, which RCA bought in 1956, to everything pre-1972, RCA got the royalties for all that. So Elvis wouldn't receive any more money for Hound Dog, Don't Be Cruel, It's Now or Never, In the Ghetto, Suspicious Minds. He did all that because he needed money so much. He sold it only for $5 million. Elvis only got, I think after taxes, he only got like $1.6 million, hardly anything for all the work he did. So that was a bad financial move, but Elvis, as you can see, needed the money. So with that, Lisa was to receive $4,000 a month in child support. So that's $624,000 total, because Lisa is 5 years old at this divorce. And so that means 13 years. Additionally, Priscilla receives 5% of the new publishing companies and half of the sale of the Hillcrest home. So some of you know Elvis had a house in LA also. He rented houses, but she received half of the sale of the Hillcrest home. So Priscilla made out pretty well with this. You can see why it pays to marry a wealthy man. Some say that's why Elvis broke it off with Linda. Tell me what you think, because Linda was living with Elvis for 4.5 years, from July, August 1972 to the end of 1976, just before, or actually, I was about to say just before he met Ginger, but Elvis actually met Ginger a little before that. And so they were kind of, Ginger was upstairs in one of the hotel suites while Linda was downstairs in different rooms, So what I was saying was, some think that, after 4.5 years, Elvis broke it off with Linda, because I believe after 5 years in Tennessee at that time, it would have been considered a common law marriage, and Elvis would have had to, owed Linda something financially. So some think that's why they broke that off also. So you guys can see, why Elvis, this isn't the only reason, he didn't invest his money like he could have. He spent way too much, But you can see this is one of the reasons why Elvis had to tour for so long. This was one of the reasons he had to keep touring over and over, and he wasn't even making that much money from the touring as he could have. Like other acts like Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones were making a ton of money because they were able to go overseas, and there was like big money for Elvis and other artists, performers to play overseas. But Elvis was limited to the smaller markets in America and just basically going over the same cities over and over again. I mean, he only played Madison Square Garden once. He wasn't even going into the big expensive venues that much. It was the smaller ones, the 10 to 15,000 crowds. And that's also one of the reasons why Elvis had to do the 1977 special just for money. He'd get $1 million for that. He got $1 million, I believe it was, for the Pontiac Silverdome shows. There was 80,000 that Dome could hold. They had 60,000 in attendance. Colonel says that they, didn't sell off the top 20,000 in seats because the top 20,000 people wouldn't be able to see Elvis well. But, some think that, maybe Elvis couldn't sell it out in 1975. But anyway, this is how much Priscilla got from Elvis for the divorce. Tell me in the comments what you guys think of all this. As always, thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you've liked this video. It helps to grow and expand the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Patreon where I upload things weekly. And we'll talk to you guys next time.